Hello. My name is Rachel, and if I lived closer, I would be there with you guys today. But I love Brittany. Brittany and I actually met in college, and we're kind of just acquaintances. And then through a chain of events, ended up on the same Plexus team and just have become good friends. And so I wish I could be there with you guys today, but I live a little bit too far, so I'm not. But I wanted to share a little bit with you about my story on the products and a little bit on the business, just so you can get to know me a little bit and just hear a little of what is possible. So I started Plexus almost 10 years ago, 9.5 years ago, really without any clue what to expect. I didn't have good expectations or bad expectations. I just was kind of like, okay, we'll see how this goes. I will say within the first 3 months, the biggest things I noticed were my hair quit falling out. I was no longer exhausted and crashing on the couch at 8 p.m. and my sugar cravings felt like disappeared. I was one of those moms that I would run to the kitchen and snack on some not so good things while my kids were sleeping because I wanted them to learn to eat healthy, but I was struggling big time with cravings. So because of that, within, I would say 2 weeks, I lost about 10 pounds. That part isn't always common, but that shows you the major sugar addiction I had. That when my sugar cravings went down, and I didn't deprive myself, but as I started making better choices, my weight began to drop. And I lost about 30 pounds in my first 6 months. And have since had another baby, gained weight, lost weight, all the things. But those were the things I noticed initially. I will also tell you that I have a lovely tick-borne illness, and I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, and I use mostly Plexus products, but a couple other natural things to deal with Lyme disease 100% naturally, which is huge. If you have an autoimmune struggle, then you know what it's like to feel like it takes you 3 times longer than everyone else to do the same things. So example, I am in a dress because I just got back from a funeral. We have friends coming over for the weekend tonight, and I spent the day cleaning my house. Normally, that would wipe me completely out, but I'm able to use the amazing plant-based products that Plexus offers to give me energy, deal with inflammation, help my brain fog, help me feel focused and ordered, and boss my kids around and tell them what to do. So I was able to clean my whole house, go to a funeral, come home. I'm about to cook dinner and welcome our guests over here in a few minutes. And I still, as you can tell, am running and doing and all the things. So I share that to say, if you struggle with an autoimmune disease, you know what a big testimony that is. To be able to have products naturally that deal with pain and inflammation and energy and brain fog is such a gift. So that is a little sneak of just what Plexus has done for me personally. I could tell you a story about every person who lives under my roof, and there are 7 of us. Really, truly, Plexus has done so much for our health. But I also want to share what Plexus has done for us financially. So I started in 2014. I was a stay-at-home mom of 3 at the time, now 4. My husband was a youth pastor. We have since moved. We're in a different state at a different church, and my husband is still in ministry, and he actually pastors the church I grew up at, which is a little bit wild. But I say all of that to say we were not rolling in excess finances. My husband was a youth pastor. I was staying at home with our kids, and my heart was like, Lord, I just want to be able to do something to bring money in that I don't have to leave my kids. And I was at a place that I was like, okay, maybe I can make $400. If I could make $400 a month with Plexus, that would pay for preschool, that would be huge for our family. And I just began sharing. I already shared with you the results I saw. So I just began sharing the things I was experiencing. I was reading testimonies. I was studying ingredients. And I was sharing what I was learning, what I was hearing, and what I was experiencing. And I will say within about 6 months, I was making enough money to pay for my own products and began to pay for my family's products and get to a place that I felt like we could breathe a little bit financially. Within 3 years, I had hit the rank of Emerald in our company. And if you aren't familiar with what that is, it's a 6-figure income, a car, a trip to Hawaii every year, truly incredible. And I say all of that because I want you to know it's possible. My heart and my goal was to be able to provide finances for my family so that we could say yes to whatever God called us to, and not have to worry about the paycheck attached. Ministry does not always have a large paycheck attached. And so that was my heart. And so to be able to sit here today on my front porch of our home that we own, it's the first home we ever bought, and know that God has provided for our family, yes, through ministry, but also hugely through Plexus is such a gift. So I share that to say whatever the goal and dream of your heart is, Plexus can absolutely be a key that funds that. So I'm so excited that you guys are together today. Wish I could be there with you. Hope you have a great time. And Brittany is absolutely incredible at answering questions and helping you find the right products and the right systems to meet the goals in your life.